Yeah, so I actually fully intended to keep going with the Why I Like the Thing videos beyond the first one, but sometime after I made that Absol video, my old laptop decided to crap out on me. Maybe Absol really is a Doombringer. Anyway, I think it's about time for another installment, and I'm gonna stick with Pokemon for this one, but the character I want to talk about is one that I've only come to like very recently. Mostly because she didn't exist until very recently, but hey, you know, details. Introducing, for your consideration, Clara. Clara is one of two possible rival characters introduced in Pokemon Sword and Shield's expansion pass, and she's the one exclusive to Sword. There's a lot of emphasis put into the cutesy wannabe bubblegum pop star aesthetic in her visual design that I really like, with her fluffy jacket, the bright pink hair, her dainty stance, and not to mention the big hair bow that looks suspiciously like Dustox's wings. Galarian Dustox confirmed! She's a poison-type specialist and aspiring gym leader, and her jersey number, like everyone's in Sword and Shield, is the result of a specific form of Japanese wordplay, and Clara's in particular translates to yabai, which means dangerous. Now, technically the first time you meet Clara in-game is during the Galarian Slowpoke mini-event, but that's mostly just saying, hey, come to the Isle of Armor when the DLC drops, lol. Your first proper meeting with Clara is on the island itself, and you can tell right away that, despite her colorful appearance, her overt cuteness, and her sunny disposition, something's a little off. And by a little off, I of course mean I'm 100% sure that if this wasn't a kid's game, she would have stabbed me with a pink and purple knife the first chance she got. It's a very specific aesthetic that she has. Ooh, but will also kill you. Clara basically dedicates all of her energy to living up to that uniform number and trying to sabotage you on the Isle of Armor, trying to make sure you don't join up at the Master Dojo as the new student, and then trying to undercut you at every possible opportunity during Master Mustard's various trials. All of this, of course, is in an effort to make sure that the spotlight of praise and adoration at the dojo doesn't leave Clara's orbit for one solitary microsecond. Now, there's been plenty of jerk rivals in the Pokemon games that try to undercut you, insult you, or generally just aren't that friendly, but what separates Clara from other jerk rivals for me is that she actually tries to sabotage you through game mechanics. During the last of Mustard's trials, which is a one-on-one battle with Clara, she reveals right at the start that she'd managed to sneak 2 layers of toxic spikes onto the battle court, likely resulting in your lead Pokemon starting the battle with bad poison status. You see, that's just the kind of devious, underhanded stuff that I love to see from an antagonist. The kind of stuff that actually affects the battle and forces you to change up how you approach it as a player. That is some good old-fashioned heel tactics. Of course, to be fair, she's not just being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk, unlike some rivals. See, Clara started out as this sort of underground pop star, with her gimmick being that she was cute, but also had the aura of poisonous danger. She tried everything she could to get her name out there. She did live shows, she made Clara collectibles. Hell, I bet she even made a YouTube channel to try and promote herself. But in the end, she only managed to sell 8 copies of her debut album, Crazy for Clara. One of them was me. So her new plan after that was to become a gym leader to become more popular, likely following in the footsteps of other musician gym leaders like Roxy and Pierce, and she chose the poison type, not only because it fit her aesthetic, but also because there was apparently less competition, though that might be because the Poison Gym's training regimen was so intense that everyone quit, including Clara herself after a whopping 2 days. And you know, considering how often in my life I've not stuck with something if I wasn't instantly successful or amazing at it, that's kinda relatable. In fact, the whole reason she even ended up at the Master Dojo was because she saw a late-night TV ad for it, and figured that, because Master Mustard seemed like a nice old man, the training wouldn't be too hard and she could become stronger without much effort. Of course, the main character arriving to the dojo and basically acing every single one of Mustard's tests only serves as a massive threat to Clara's low-risk, high-reward method of becoming a star. That's the whole reason for Clara trying to keep you away from the dojo in the first place, and for sneaking toxic spikes onto the battle court before your last match with her. It's because ultimately, everything in Clara's life, including becoming a gym leader, is just a springboard to her ultimate goal of fame and adoration, and she'll cut the legs out from under anybody she has to in order to get there, which is really what makes Clara my favorite toxic gamer. And hey, if nothing else, she's got a pretty sweet lead card. I mean, she looks super cute, and she's even got her Galarian Slowbro chilling in the background. Yeah, her Slowbro, which looks suspiciously distorted. right around where Clara's torso would be. So, anyway, what do you think of Clara? Where does she rank amongst the rival characters in Pokemon? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, friendos.